laugh to come in waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. I can hear your laughter come in waves across the shore. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. We could be together, you're the one I'm looking for. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. We could be together, you're the one I'm looking for. Oh, maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Maybe you could fly my kite, babe. Fly my kite, fly my kite, fly my kite, fly my kite.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're actually getting ready to start filming for podcast 23. And, I just wanted to share, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for the support of everything you guys have done. We are expanding. We are now on iHeartRadio, and, the podcast just keeps growing and growing, and the webisodes as well. But I just want to tell you, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. It hasn't been easy, going through hardships, and I'm still recovering from surgery right now, and it's been such a tough thing to deal with. Probably one of the toughest things that I've ever experienced. The recovery is not going well right now, and I'm just doing what I can to stay positive, and the podcast and filming and sharing the stuff with you guys is probably the only thing that's keeping me motivated, other than my family right now. But we're gonna keep plugging along, keep bringing things out. And for this webisode, we are gonna talk about milestones. And there's been so many milestones that have happened to me in this last year. It's amazing to think that it's been a year since I started this journey, a year since I started the website, and it's grown into something so much bigger than I could have ever imagined. And you guys are here on the journey with me. So I want you guys to stay tuned and get ready for all the behind the scenes and me sharing just some of the milestones that I'm really proud of as we continue to grow, and everything keeps getting bigger. So thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you for all the words of encouragement, and let's hope this is a speedy recovery. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep working, keep doing what I can to stay positive, and keep moving forward. Always remember, awaken the leader inside.
You see, in life, some of us choose to become a leader, and for others, life chooses us. We were called to action when needed, and it brought out the best in us. And I often wonder which one was chosen for me. I don't remember making the choice. I just did what was needed. When asked to do more, I did. When asked to lead others, I did that too. I never knew it would become my path, but I stayed the course. And as time passed, I came to realize I was chosen for this journey. I was chosen to share my hardships, my failures, and my setbacks, but also my victories and how I overcame so many challenges in my life, and now to teach others to do the same. So many times I was unsure that I could do this and carry such a burden, but I realized it brought out the best in me. And within each of us, there lies a leader who needs awakening. You must find the courage to follow the path of leadership.
Hey guys, good morning. Today, some things are starting to happen to me that is kind of cool, but it's kind of unexpected. But when I started this journey, I didn't really know how I was going to reach an audience. I didn't really know much about anything other than I wanted to talk about leadership and hardships and how we've overcome them. But I woke up this morning and I'm starting to get messages about an international company wanting to post my feed and start to bring it to a bigger audience, international audience. I also started getting messages for the first time about being on other people's podcasts. I know I've already done one interview, which is great, but I'm starting to get more, which is pretty cool because it's becoming more clear to me now as we're kind of hitting milestones that we started this journey and I didn't know where it was going to go, if it was going to go even anywhere, or if even I was going to have one listener. And I'm starting to see, just from stats and all that, that it's starting to hit other countries. It's starting to hit worldwide, which is it's just amazing to even, I couldn't have imagined that to begin with. So it's just kind of humbling to see this happening. I didn't really know that this was gonna reach an audience. I think I'd be happy if I had maybe 5 people listening. Maybe that's kind of what kept me grounded. But I'm starting to realize that I was out there searching for listeners, but I came to realize someone out there is searching for me, is searching for the message that we have on our show. So it's really cool. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words. I mean, I don't know what it's going to turn into or what it's going to pan out to be, or maybe, the interviews never happen, but the simple fact that putting it out there is starting to draw attention, and people are starting to reach out to me, and people are starting to leave comments or direct message about some of these things, or wanting to be on other shows, is pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of what every podcaster wants, right? We want to get in front of a bigger audience. So it's very humbling right now, and I'm very, very, very humbled by it. And I think it's the beginning of this thing growing, and it's starting to pick up steam right now. So you're on this journey with me. We talk a lot about overcoming hardships and overcoming milestones, and making sure that you stay motivated through all that, because this hasn't been easy for me either. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of times where I'm unsure if this is even hitting the target audience, or this is hitting anybody, is making a difference. I don't really know until you guys let me know. So what a crazy morning, right? I'm getting ready to have surgery soon, and I mean, that stuff's on my mind, and I'm worried about it. And then to have these things start to happen, it kind of makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing right now. So I'm going to stay on this journey with you guys, and hopefully it grows into more, and you're going to be here to witness what happens next as you follow my journey. So let's hope for the best. So we finally hit our 1-year anniversary since we started this all, and I thought, what better way than to show you guys how this project actually started. I mean, it started with a simple piece of paper that I wrote out. This is the game plan. Originally I wanted to write articles and different things, and I realized I'm not good at writing, but hey, but I wrote out these ideas. I wrote out like a game plan of how to we're going to use social media and all these different platforms, and what we can do strategically to build this project. And it's so amazing that just to look back on it now, a simple concept, simple idea written on a piece of paper would turn into all of this. And it just goes to tell you, if you have a plan, you have a dream, write it down, draw it out, go do it, go chase it, come up with the steps that you need to, because that's what I did. And then I look at, I'm looking at my statistics and all these milestones, and it's just amazing. Since we've started, we've had over 7,000 visitors to the website. 7,000. I didn't think we were going to hit 70 in a year. I'm serious. When you look at like total downloads from our website and YouTube combined, you're looking at over 3,000, 3,300. And then now we finally, I got smart and kind of moved my metrics and things using a different program called Libsyn to track it a little bit better. But even then, in 1 month, in less than a month, we added another 200 listens. And it's just amazing to watch this thing grow. We have listenership in India, in the Philippines, in Mexico, all over the world, London. It's just so crazy that I didn't think I would have 100 plays at all. I mean, in the first year, I thought we're gonna have to really work at it just to get 100. But you guys have been a part of this. You guys have been, that's why I thought it was so important to capture this journey, because even I never knew that this was gonna happen. Never in a million years. I just said, hey, I want to share about leadership, and then look what happens. I think it's so amazing that here we are 1 year later, and this is where we're at. And I want to tell you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing in my journey. Thank you for sharing in my hardships, because I'm no different than you are. Yes, I have a lot of experience with leadership, but you know what? I go through the same hardships that you guys go through every day. I go through the same setbacks every day. But if you have a dream, chase that dream. Come up with a game plan and figure out how you're going to remove the obstacles using your leadership to get there. So that's why I thought it was so important as we hit our 1 year anniversary of when the concept was born and when I actually started the website and all this other stuff, that I share with you the progress that we made in the last year. And it's just unbelievable. So stay a part of this journey and stay along for the ride, and make sure you guys let me know how you feel about certain topics, certain websites. Just let me know. I don't care. Be nice about it. Don't be nice about it. Just tell me, because at the end of the day, I hope that you are following my journey and you're learning from my own setbacks and my own mistakes, but you're also learning from my own triumphs. It's not, talk the talk and not walk the walk. It's like, we're going to talk the talk and go out and walk the walk. And we declared we are going to make this happen. I'm declaring by the time we end this year that we're going to have 12,000 visitors and hopefully, 6,000, not hopefully, that's a weak word. We're going to have 6,000 to 7,000 downloads as we close in the last couple of months before we go on a hiatus. So this is where we take our stand, right? This is where we're going to show what we can do together, and let's make it happen. So let's see, one of the things that I'm most proud of this project was probably the Webisode intro, I think. And to me, it had been like this accumulation of everything, because we had the podcast, and we started the websites, and we had social media. And then it was like, okay, we got to share the backstory or share the journey to what's happening to me right now, because I was going through so many different things. I'm like, I got to capture this stuff. But I think the moment that trailer was finally completed, and this is just kind of behind the scenes stuff, the track that I created for that Webisode intro was actually supposed to be part of part 2 Webisode, a segment in there, but it was so powerful that it moved me, and I'm like, no, this has to be like the intro to every Webisode. So it was one of those things that it kind of just happened. It kind of just got put together. But when it was done, and the first time that I played it back, I was stunned. Because to me, I think it captured how I truly feel about leadership and my thoughts about leadership. And like I said, another tidbit of behind the scenes, that was actually recorded as I was driving somewhere and just sharing some thoughts. And what's crazy is that a lot of this stuff is happening like that. It's not planned. It just gets captured somehow. And I think that's what keeps it so honest and keeps it so raw, is that none of it's scripted and it's just stuff that gets documented. But look at what it's become now. It's so cool to see that part. And I think every time I see it play, it's like, wow, look how this project has grown. Like, look at it. It's pretty cool. So I just want to share a couple of other behind the scene things in case you guys never knew this, and many people don't. The first 10 episodes of my podcast were actually filmed in a Target and a PetSmart parking lot, because I didn't have the studio set up. But it wasn't even that. I already had the equipment. It was that I was so pressed for time, juggling work-life balance, my family, and the only place I could figure out to actually record this stuff was actually in my car before I went to work. And every time I pass it every morning, I see the same parking lot where all of this stuff had begun, and so many of the first podcasts were actually recorded. So it tells you, people think you need all this fancy equipment and all this. No, man, I used a headset from Rosetta Stone, hooked it into my iPhone, and that's where I recorded the first 10 podcasts. And now look at all of this. And so it just kind of tells you, with just some imagination and some grit, that you can create things out of nothing with just basic equipment, And so I think that thing is really special to me, to know that this thing was born, the podcasts were born in my car before work, and look at it now, it's growing. So it's pretty cool. Hey guys, we're actually getting ready to film a podcast with the Surging Forward podcast, Dave Valentine. And so this is actually my first interview with another podcaster. So of course, I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited to finally, connect with somebody else and talk about leadership. So it should be pretty cool. I've never done a podcast online with somebody else through Skype, so it should be a cool learning experience. But I'm really excited, man. I mean, this guy actually reached out to me when I was just beginning, and so to watch his show grow and to be, and to learn things from him too, not only on a leadership level, but to see, him evolve, his show evolve. It's really cool to be a part of that and see it. And now to be on the show, that's even cooler. So I'm really excited. I'm just a little nervous, but I'm gonna give it a go. Hopefully it doesn't sound horrible. We'll see. So after we finished the Surging Forward interview that I was on Dave's show, people don't know that we actually filmed the episode for my show back to back. It was the first time that not only did I do, I was an interviewee on someone else's show, but it was also the first time that I became the interviewer in the same day. So we literally did back-to-back shows, and even though they're released, weeks apart and many weeks apart, it was pretty cool that was the first time that I did both in the same day. And I was a little nervous about it, but you can see this was a pretty cool thing for me. It was a huge milestone. Lots of nerves in doing it, but at the end of the day, I think it was pretty cool what came through. And I captured my first interview, and I think it went fairly well. Hey guys, we're getting ready to actually start filming for a podcast, me being a guest on another person's show right now. So we're just getting everything ready, got all the lights set up, the mics, everything's ready, good to go. And it's just another milestone. It's pretty awesome that I'm getting asked to be on other people's shows right now, and it's pretty darn cool. So just getting ready, doing all the final prep work for it, and just another milestone that I'm really proud of, that people are reaching out to me. I don't know if I can share the name of the podcast yet. I know they haven't actually released the official podcast, so I don't know what episode. I don't have a lot of details. I'm sure I'll get that as we log on to Skype today. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that somebody reached out to me when they're launching their own podcast and wanted me as a guest to talk about overcoming obstacles and things like that, and what it was like to be a successful leader and how to overcome obstacles and challenges and stay motivated. So, I'm just really, really, really proud of what we've been able to accomplish in the last year, and just another milestone. So stay tuned. As soon as it gets released, I will let you guys know. It'll probably be after this webisode is released anyway, so but stay tuned, all right? All right, guys, as we get ready to wrap this up, I want you guys to stay on this journey with me. I appreciate all the support. Send me emails, hit me on social media, let me know what you think. But thank you guys for being on this journey. It has been a year since this website, since this project was built. And man, I could have never dreamed that it would have grown into so much more with podcasts, webisodes, websites, social media, all this stuff, and then connecting with other leaders and being asked to interview with other people. So it's getting bigger. So this next coming year, is gonna be an amazing journey. So I'm so proud that you guys have chosen to follow me, and I'm so proud to watch all of this stuff unravel. And I just wanna leave you with one last thing before I go. Just one last note that I captured. And like I said, most of the stuff that I capture is spur of the moment. We got cameras, turn them on. Sometimes I just record memos to myself, but I captured this memo and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. But I really was just starting off as a memo to share some, feelings about, an interview that I just did. And then it really just came to life as a motivational speech. And I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Thanks for following my journey, guys. I appreciate it. Love you guys. I was actually just thinking about some ideas for a podcast. So yesterday I did an interview, and something about the interview stuck with me the next day. And we were just kind of talking after it was done, and we were talking about different things and books and just different leadership stuff. And the guy was asking me about different leadership coaches, and have I heard of this person, have I heard of that person, and I pretty much was like, no. And he's like, how could you not have heard of this person? You sound like them. And I'm like, yeah, sorry man, I've never heard of them. Send me some links and I'll check them out. And it dawned on me this morning what that actually meant to me. And it meant that I didn't have a guiding source for success or leadership or someone to turn to, or all these motivational speakers and stuff. I never actually really listened to anything like that until probably after I already started my podcast. It was actually life that taught me a lot of these hurdles and how to overcome them, and just quite honestly having the grit and the guts to pick myself back up. And it made me realize that there's a lot of parallels in the people that are successful and these, motivational speakers. And, ultimately that's what I want to do. That I think we're on the same path. I mean, I feel confident that I'm on the right path now, because this is who I am. This is who I've always been, except now I have a platform to share, and a platform to, share my struggles and my journey, and be open and honest about it. But it's really, truly discovering who you are and discovering what your passions are that make you become successful, that make you have the reason why you're fighting for this stuff. And it's so crystal clear to me now that everything in my life has set me up for this moment. Everything in my life has set the stage for all of this. And I had to do it alone. And it shaped my character. And so now I understand, like when I listen to these other motivational speakers, when I listen to it strikes a chord, because I'm like, that's me. That's what I've gone through. And I knew it. I knew I had to stay committed. I knew I had to keep fighting. I knew it. I didn't know at the time, but I know it now. And I realized that's who I want to become. And I think I have the hardships and failures to share, to paint the picture of what it really truly takes to find success. And so, as we're hitting milestones after milestones right now in this first year, I feel so blessed to be on this journey right now. And as much as people would think that this is about me helping others, it's really about me self-discovering even my own capabilities in using these mediums to communicate. And I've never done any of this stuff before other than coach and develop people one-on-one. And so to take it to this level, I'm just staying in the moment, because I actually recognize
what's happening right now. I'm recognizing that this thing is growing and the audience is growing and the project is growing. I recognize that I am in the middle of something that's about to explode, and I created it. And so here I share all this stuff, but look, it's happening to me right now. Right now it's happening to me. And I've created this project, and I've created this out of nothing other than sharing my own experiences in life, and how it's connecting me to people and connecting me to other leaders is just the most amazing thing. And I have such a great relationship with other people that are doing the same things that help me refocus when I need it, and then I help them refocus when they need it. So it's such an amazing journey, and it's the final stamp on you have to surround yourself with people just like you, that want to do things just like you, that have the mindset just like you. You have to remove all those other people and other obstacles out of your life, or you will never stand a chance to get on your feet and fight the fight to get to where you need to go. So stand up and fight. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to what anyone tells you other than your gut instinct that tells you you need to go that way. Take the leap, take the chance, and you won't regret it. Because if you fail, you fail, but you fail with no fear. Fear paralyzes everything that's good in our life. Fear paralyzes us to the point where we can't make decisions, or we're too afraid to take a risk. Go out there and fail. Get comfortable with that, because you know what? It's going to remove your fear. Fear needs to be removed. And the only way to do it is take the first step forward and learn from it. I believe in you. I believe in you.